Ever wondered where your ultra-short-term cash is parked when you choose a seemingly simple option like a money market fund? Specifically, have you ever stopped to think about the hands, or rather, the minds, that are steering the ship behind something as popular as the Vanguard Cash Plus account? It sounds straightforward, right? You put your cash in, it earns a little interest, it's safe. But beneath the surface of this seemingly passive investment lies a team of dedicated professionals making crucial decisions every single day. Think about it. In today's complex financial landscape, even managing what appears to be a low-risk, cash-equivalent fund requires expertise and constant vigilance. Interest rates fluctuate, economic indicators shift, and even the slightest ripple in the market can have an impact. So, who exactly is responsible for navigating these waters and ensuring that your Vanguard Cash Plus remains a stable and reliable place for your short-term savings? Before we dive into the specifics of Vanguard Cash Plus, let's take a step back and understand the broader context of how investment funds, in general, are managed. When you invest in a mutual fund, like Vanguard Cash Plus, you're essentially pooling your money together with other investors. This collective pool is then used to purchase a portfolio of assets. In the case of Cash Plus, these assets are primarily high-quality, short-term debt instruments. Now, who decides which specific instruments to buy, when to buy them, and when to sell? This is where the investment management team comes in. These teams are typically composed of experienced portfolio managers, analysts, and traders who specialize in different asset classes and market sectors. Their primary goal is to achieve the fund's stated investment objective. In the case of a money market fund like Cash Plus, this is usually to preserve capital while providing a competitive yield. These aren't just random individuals picking stocks or bonds based on a hunch. They employ sophisticated research methodologies, analyze economic data, and utilize proprietary models to make informed investment decisions. They're constantly monitoring the market, assessing risk, and adjusting the portfolio as needed to stay aligned with the fund's objectives and regulatory requirements. So, with that foundational understanding in place, let's turn our attention specifically to Vanguard Cash Plus. Vanguard, as one of the world's largest investment management companies, operates with a distinct philosophy centered around low costs and client interests. This philosophy extends to how they manage their various funds, including Cash Plus. Vanguard employs a team-based approach to managing most of its funds, and Vanguard Cash Plus is no exception. This means that the responsibility for the fund's performance doesn't rest on the shoulders of a single individual but rather on a collective of experts working together. This structure provides a built-in system of checks and balances, ensuring that investment decisions are well considered and aligned with the fund's overall strategy. The specific team responsible for Vanguard Cash Plus falls under Vanguard's Fixed Income Group. This group is comprised of hundreds of professionals with deep expertise in various segments of the fixed income market, including money market instruments. Within the Fixed Income Group, there will be dedicated portfolio managers and analysts whose primary focus is on managing Vanguard's suite of money market funds, including Cash Plus. These portfolio managers are the key decision makers for the fund. They are responsible for determining the fund's asset allocation within the permissible guidelines, selecting the specific securities to be included in the portfolio, and overseeing the trading activities. They work closely with analysts who conduct in-depth research on potential investments, evaluating their creditworthiness, liquidity, and potential returns. The types of instruments that the management team for Vanguard Cash Plus will be focusing on include things like U.S. Treasury bills, government agency securities, high-quality commercial paper, short-term debt issued by corporations, and repurchase agreements, repos, which are short-term loans backed by collateral. The specific mix of these instruments will depend on the prevailing market conditions and the team's assessment of the best way to achieve the fund's objectives while maintaining a high degree of safety and liquidity. It's important to understand that the management of a money market fund like Cash Plus is particularly focused on preserving capital and maintaining liquidity. This means the investment team will generally be very risk-averse, prioritizing high-quality, short-term securities that are easily convertible to cash. They are less concerned with maximizing returns and more focused on providing a stable and reliable place for investors to park their short-term funds. Furthermore, the management team operates within a strict regulatory framework. Money market funds in the United States are subject to specific rules and regulations designed to ensure their safety and stability. These regulations dictate the types of securities they can invest in, their maturity limits, and their credit quality requirements. The Vanguard Cash Plus management team must adhere to these regulations at all times. Beyond the core portfolio management team, there are other crucial functions within Vanguard that support the management of Cash Plus. These include risk management teams that monitor the fund's overall risk profile, compliance teams that ensure adherence to all applicable regulations, and trading desks that execute the investment decisions made by the portfolio managers. It's also worth noting that Vanguard's ownership structure, where the company is owned by its funds, which in turn are owned by its investors, creates a unique alignment of interests. This means that the management team's primary focus is on serving the best interests of the fund's shareholders, rather than maximizing profits for external shareholders. This can translate into a greater emphasis on low costs and prudent risk management. So, while there isn't a single individual you can point to as the sole manager of Vanguard Cash Plus, it's the collective expertise and diligent efforts of a dedicated team within Vanguard's fixed income group that are responsible for its day-to-day management. This team operates within a well-defined investment strategy, a robust regulatory framework, and Vanguard's overarching client-centric philosophy. Understanding this team-based approach provides a deeper appreciation for the work that goes into managing even seemingly simple investment options like a money market fund. It's not a passive endeavor. It requires constant monitoring, analysis, and informed decision-making to ensure the fund continues to meet its objectives of capital preservation and providing a competitive yield for its investors. Therefore, the next time you consider where to keep your short-term cash, remember that behind the Vanguard Cash Plus account is a dedicated team of professionals working diligently to manage your investment in a prudent and responsible manner. Their expertise and Vanguard's overarching philosophy provide a level of confidence in the stability and reliability of this popular cash management option. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.